She was worried about her best friend getting a maid, but in the end, her own maid took her husband. Stay tuned for this exciting movie. Hello, my friends. Welcome to this fascinating movie journey with us. Get ready as we bring you the full gist about this interesting Nigerian movie, filled with hidden morals and exciting life lessons that we are going to reveal today. Don't go anywhere. Grab your popcorn and enjoy the ride with us. And make sure to subscribe because we have lots of interesting movie goodies coming your way. Without further ado, let's get started. A beautiful lady named Jennifer was taking a stroll around her estate when she spotted her friend, Precious, opening the gate to a house. She assumed Precious was a housekeeper. Just to satisfy her curiosity, Jennifer called out to Precious. Precious was happy to see her, and they hugged. Jennifer then asked what she was doing at the house, and Precious told her that it belonged to her and her husband, Fabian. Fabian soon came to meet them at the gate, and Precious introduced Jennifer to him. They welcomed Jennifer into their home. The next morning, Fabian helped Precious in the kitchen as they prepared breakfast together, enjoying each other's company. After cooking, they sat at the dining table to eat. Meanwhile, at Jennifer's house, she called out for her house help, Agatha, but got no response. She then went to serve herself some fruit while watching TV. A few minutes later, one of Jennifer's neighbors found Agatha busy washing clothes outside and informed her that her madam was calling her. Agatha bluntly said she wouldn't answer until she was done and started complaining about how Jennifer treated her poorly. An hour later, Agatha entered the house, and Jennifer asked if she hadn't heard her calling. Agatha replied that she didn't hear her name and was busy washing clothes outside. Instead of appreciating Agatha's effort, Jennifer mimicked her words, accused her of always making excuses, and called her lazy. Jennifer then told Agatha to get a piece of paper and a pen to write a shopping list. Agatha politely reminded Jennifer that she hadn't paid her salary for the previous month. Jennifer exaggerated the issue, claiming she was helping Agatha save her money so she wouldn't waste it. With a saddened face, Agatha quietly walked away. Later that night, Precious was folding clothes while Fabian assisted her. He started singing to her, then walked up to her, assuring her of his love. She was flattered, and Fabian decided to make the night fun for her. The next day, Jennifer's husband, Eric, returned home from work. Agatha welcomed him, and he asked about his wife. Agatha told him she had stepped out. Jennifer had gone to visit Precious. She couldn't keep calm after tasting the wine. Precious served her and immediately requested a bottle to take home. Precious agreed and mentioned that her husband, Fabian, was the importer of that particular brand of wine. Jennifer, having lost all sense of courtesy, gulped down the wine like someone thirsty for water, then told Precious she was truly enjoying life. Meanwhile, at home, Eric told Agatha that he was really famished. Agatha quickly served him his food. Eric enjoyed the meal so much that he complimented Agatha on her cooking skills and asked where she learned to prepare such a delicious meal. Agatha happily told him that she learned from her mother, who runs a food business in the village. Overjoyed by the compliment, Agatha couldn't hide her happiness and started smiling sheepishly. What do you think about Jennifer's treatment of Agatha? Do you believe employees should tolerate such behavior, or should they stand up for themselves? Let us know in the comments. The next day, while Fabian and Precious were having fun dancing in their home, Jennifer and Eric were doing the exact opposite. Eric was chasing Jennifer around over a bottle of wine and a plate of suya. Jennifer, being as stingy as ever, refused to share with him. The next morning, as Fabian was leaving for work, Precious complimented him on how good he looked in his suit. Fabian thanked her and told her not to stress herself. Precious also thanked him for taking care of her before seeing him out of the house. Meanwhile, at Jennifer's house, she was already busy entertaining herself with a TV show and some cookies when Eric walked in, asking if she had taken money from his trouser pocket. Jennifer casually admitted that she had. Eric wasn't happy about it and told her that the money didn't belong to him. Instead of apologizing, Jennifer went on to ask him for more money to buy things for the house. Later that day, Agatha was sitting outside on the staircase, looking moody and crying, when Boniface, one of the tenants, approached her and asked what was wrong. Agatha told him how Jennifer had refused to let her eat. Feeling sorry for her, Boniface invited Agatha to his apartment for food, and she followed him. Meanwhile, Jennifer was expecting Precious at her place and was trying to impress her by pouring the wine Precious had gifted her into an empty bottle of a more expensive brand. She also took out her bone-straight wig, brushing it carefully to prepare herself. However, she received a call from Precious, informing her that she wouldn't be able to come over. Jennifer quickly accepted her fate. Later that night, Precious suggested to Fabian that they hire a maid, but Fabian immediately dismissed the idea. Precious then suggested getting a gate man instead, but Fabian skillfully dodged the conversation, telling her not to worry about it. The next day, Jennifer visited Precious, but she wasn't home. Instead, she met Fabian and insisted on waiting. Being as shameless as ever, Jennifer told Fabian that Precious always offered her a bottle of wine whenever she visited. Fabian, trying to be polite, went to get a bottle of wine for her, and she drank it like someone who hadn't tasted good wine before. Jennifer went on and on about how good the wine was, and Fabian simply agreed. Then, without shame, she begged for another bottle to take home. "Oh God, this woman is shameless!" Jennifer started talking about how wealthy Fabian was and how well he was taking care of his wife, Precious. To keep the conversation going, Fabian commented that he was sure Jennifer's husband was doing the same for her. Instead of praising her husband, Jennifer began speaking about him in a condescending manner. Fabian, feeling uncomfortable, pretended to be unbothered and went to get another bottle of wine for her. Jennifer then went a step further. She asked for yet another bottle, claiming it was for her husband, but then changed her mind and told Fabian to send her the money instead. The next morning, Fabian was outside washing his car when Precious came out, upset that he had left her alone in the bedroom. Fabian apologized, and Precious told him she wasn't feeling well, so they both went back inside. Meanwhile, Boniface came to see Agatha and told her he was hungry and had no foodstuffs. Agatha went into the kitchen to get some food for him, but was nearly caught by Jennifer. Thinking fast, she pretended to be cleaning the kitchen counter. After Jennifer left, Agatha quickly sneaked out to give Boniface the foodstuffs. The next day, Jennifer visited Precious again. Precious told her about how Fabian had refused to let her hire a maid. Jennifer immediately concluded that Fabian didn't love her enough to allow her to get help. She then started giving Precious advice on how to make Fabian change his mind. But come to think of it, doesn't it seem like Jennifer only visits Precious for the free wine? Or what do you guys think? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. That same day, Agatha was returning from an errand Jennifer sent her on. She was sweating under the hot sun and grumbling when Boniface saw her and asked where she was coming from. Agatha told him. Boniface, being a cunning man, enticed Agatha with sweet words and invited her to his apartment, promising he had some goodies for her. As soon as Agatha got home, she quickly dropped what she had bought and went to Boniface's apartment. Meanwhile, Jennifer arrived home and found the door open. She called out for Agatha, but there was no response. Shrugging it off, she brought out the bottle of wine Precious had given her and started drinking. An hour later, Agatha returned home and saw Jennifer. Jennifer immediately asked where she was coming from and, suspecting she had been at Boniface's apartment, tried to beat her. Eric quickly intervened and rescued Agatha. Eric then asked what I had done, and Jennifer lied, accusing her of sleeping around with men in the neighborhood. Agatha quickly defended herself, and Eric backed her up. Seeing this, Jennifer became furious and assumed Eric was having an affair with Agatha because he took her side. Later that night, Eric tried to have a nice moment with Jennifer, but she denied him access as punishment for siding with Agatha. Oh, some women can be so petty. The next morning, Precious was seeing Fabian off in his car when she suddenly fainted. An hour later, they returned from the hospital, and Fabian was overjoyed to learn that Precious was pregnant. He thanked her for making him a father. Finally, Fabian agreed to let Precious hire a maid, but Precious told him not to worry. Jennifer would help her find a good one. Meanwhile, Agatha was crying in the kitchen when Eric saw her and asked what was wrong. He took her to the sitting room to console her. Just then, Jennifer walked in and saw them in what she considered a compromising position. She immediately confronted Eric, accusing him of having an affair with Agatha. Though it was a false accusation, to Jennifer, this was the confirmation she needed. Eric, frustrated, stood his ground, denied the accusation, and left for the room. Later that day, Precious called Jennifer to share the good news about her pregnancy. However, upon hearing Jennifer's voice, she sensed something was wrong. Jennifer tried to pretend she was fine, but Precious insisted she come over. When Jennifer arrived at Precious' house, Precious told her about the pregnancy. Jennifer was genuinely excited and declared that she would be the baby's godmother. Precious then told Jennifer that she needed a maid. Jennifer assured her not to worry and promised to speak to an agent friend she knew. Meanwhile, Agatha was busy cleaning when Boniface approached her again, asking her to come to his apartment. This time, Agatha refused. Boniface tried to persuade her, but she rejected his advances. Just then, Jennifer arrived, warning Boniface to stay away from Agatha. She then ordered Agatha to go inside the house. The next day, Jennifer took a new maid named Zeta to Fabian and Precious's home. Fabian asked Zeta some questions before Precious showed her to the room where she would be staying. Meanwhile, Jennifer shamelessly asked Fabian for yet another bottle of wine. Zeta loved the room she was given and thanked Precious for it. Later that night, Zeta stepped outside to admire the compound. Fabian, who was upstairs, noticed her and got her attention, telling her to go inside. The next day, Zeta went to withdraw money from a POS stand and ran into Agatha. Agatha asked how she was being treated at Precious's house. Zeta replied that Precious and Fabian were nice to her. Because of her own bad experience with Jennifer, Agatha warned Zeta that very soon, Precious and Fabian would start treating her badly. She then gave Zeta some advice on what to do when that time came. Do you think Agatha is genuinely looking out for Zeta, or is she just projecting her own bad experience onto her? Let's discuss in the comments. The next day, Eric was sitting in the living room, feeling pain in his legs. Agatha offered to massage them, and he agreed. Afterward, when the pain subsided, he thanked her. Eric was about to say something to Agatha, but held his words back. The following day, Precious was about to go out and told Zeta to take care of the house. She also told her she could eat whatever she wanted if she got hungry. Zeta then saw Precious off at the door. Since Precious had given her permission to eat anything, Zeta went overboard, bringing out different fruits and foods, from apples, bananas, and groundnuts to tea and bread, even spaghetti and chicken. Zeta was such a glutton. Later that day, Zeta woke up from a dream where she was trying to get intimate with Fabian. She wasn't happy that it wasn't happening in reality. A few hours later, Precious returned from her outing and was shocked to see the dining area in a mess. She scolded Zeta and told her to clean up the table. Later, Precious brought Zeta some clothes she could wear. Zeta was really grateful for the kind gesture. The next day, Eric approached Jennifer while she was engrossed in a TV show and told her he was hungry. Instead of serving him food, Jennifer told him to ask Agatha to do it. Eric then asked if the show was more important than him, but Jennifer simply said she couldn't miss it for anything. Wow! Just wow! It seemed Jennifer's days in that house were numbered. Eric looked at her, said nothing, and walked away. Meanwhile, Fabian returned from work and entered the kitchen, where he mistook Zeta for Precious because of the dress she was wearing. Zeta told him that Precious had given her the dress and asked if it looked good on her. Fabian acknowledged it and walked out of the kitchen. When he got to the room, he asked Precious if she had given Zeta some dresses. Precious confirmed that she had because she saw Zeta as the sister she never had. While Fabian and Precious were having a good time, Zeta tiptoed to their door to eavesdrop on them before sneaking back to her room. The next day, Jennifer returned to an empty house. She saw a note pinned to the TV and immediately started crying. It looked like the worst had happened to her. She quickly called Precious and asked her to come over. Precious wasted no time and went to her place. Meanwhile, Zeta entered Fabian and Precious's bedroom to collect clothes for washing. She used the opportunity to try seducing Fabian, but Fabian was a disciplined man. He ignored her advances and told her to take the clothes and leave. Back at Jennifer's house, she tearfully revealed to Precious that Eric had left with Agatha. Jennifer then tried to play the victim, claiming she had always been kind to Agatha and had never mistreated her. Precious, however, told Jennifer that there must be a logical reason why Eric left. That was when Jennifer remembered an argument she once had with Eric, during which she told him she regretted marrying him, and that their marriage was a sham. Precious told Jennifer that she shouldn't have said such hurtful things to Eric, and that she was wrong to do so. But Jennifer didn't see anything wrong with her actions. Instead, she blamed Agatha for taking her husband. Precious simply sat there, quietly listening to Jennifer rant. Do you think Jennifer is truly the victim here, or is she facing the consequences of her actions? Let's hear your thoughts. Some hours later, Precious got home and overheard Zeta trying to seduce Fabian. Fabian was telling her to get out of the room when Precious walked in. Zeta immediately started lying, claiming that Fabian had been trying to get intimate with her for a long time. Fabian tried to defend himself, but Precious told him she had overheard everything from outside and knew he was the victim. She then turned to Zeta and gave her a hot slap across the face. Without hesitation, Precious told Zeta to leave their house. Despite Zeta's pleas and begging, there was no second chance for her. Fabian walked toward Precious, and together they went inside the house, having conquered the enemy in their household. The moral lesson of this story is that deceit and betrayal will always be exposed, and those who seek to destroy others' homes will eventually face the consequences of their actions. We've come to the end of this beautiful movie. Thank you for joining us in this exciting episode. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell for more interesting and fascinating episodes like this. Till we meet again, goodbye.